This hat right here got me upgraded to first class. A couple of weeks ago, I fly to Maryland to surprise my mom. I got her a Tesla. I was exhausted by the time that I was coming back. So my flight was at like 6:30. I get to the airport exactly at 6 p.m. and I get to security and I'm like, you know what? I just need a beer. I just want 10 minutes for myself. I've been focusing on everybody else all day. Let me just have 10 minutes where I can just have a beer. I know I'm gonna be the last person on the plane. I'm conscious of that. My gate is right next to the bar, so I'm gonna take 10 minutes to just enjoy this beer. And lo and behold, I'm the last. They're closing the gates and I'm the last person to get on the plane. When I get on the plane, the flight attendant's like, oh my God, I love your hat. Are you an accountant? And I was like, I have an accounting firm. And that's a small talk question. Boom, I'm gonna go to my seat. Nope, they start to ask me a lot of open-ended questions at the front of the plane. Everybody else is sat down, by the way. I'm staring at the fuselage of the plane and everybody's sitting down. And I'm just like, dude, they're telling me that their father is a financial advisor and they're just asking me open-ended question after open-ended question. You would think that it's like two friends catching up. He just kept like, bro, your hat, like, I really, really like it. And then he's like, oh, by the way, do you want to check out the cockpit? And I said, absolutely. I'm an aviation nerd. This is the best experience that I've ever had boarding a plane. He knocks on the door, tells the pilots like, yo, I got a friend that wants to see a cockpit. The pilots were super cool. They're like, dude, come in, take photos with us. You know, sit in the pilot seat. And I'm sitting there super nervous. I better not touch anything because I do not want to be, I just like don't want to mess anything up. I'm going to go to my seat, fucking 27C now. And then he's like, oh, by the way, what seat do you have? And I was like, 27C. He's like, okay, what do you want to drink? I said, I don't know, tequila. He's like, okay, cool. And mind you, I have no idea why he's asking me what I want to drink because it's only first class that gets to drink before the plane takes off. And I wasn't flying first class. I was like, tequila. He's like, oh, cool, cool, cool. By the way, I changed your seat to 1A and then brings me tequila. I have a full-blown dinner. The guy next to me is a business owner that, guess what? I guarantee you that by the time that this video dropped, we're probably working together. But the entire time he was telling me about his business and I was like, here are things that you could do this year to lower your tax bill. And he's like, oh my God, it's crazy that my accountant that I worked with for years hasn't told me any of this. It makes sense because of the fact that there are tax strategists. There are people that help lower your tax bill. And then there are just simply CPAs that tell you what your tax bill is. Comment the word bread down below if you want to speak to strategists that can tell you what you can do this year to lower your tax bill. If you become a client, we might allegedly give you one of these hats.